And welcome to this edition of ACAP Today for Tuesday, the 12th of May, 2020. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. It's a pleasure to all welcome you to the program today. On today's program, we are going to welcome Lucy Morin, who is regularly a dental hygienist for ACAP in a program that we're going to hear a little bit more about, but we're going to hear about what she's doing now and what she's transitioned to in terms of navigating services for people in Aroostook County who are having a particularly difficult time as a result of COVID-19. So we're looking forward to that conversation with Lucy, and Lucy will be joined by Heidi Rackliffe, who leads our team of coaches across Aroostook County and will be leading our new navigator team. We'll hear more about that, as well as get an update from her on how things are going with the Hope and Prosperity Wellness Center as that shelter is continuing, that wellness shelter is continuing at the University of Maine at Presque Isle. But before we get to all that, we are going to first share with you some news and information that you can use, as we always do at this point in the broadcast. Just a reminder that our offices will remain closed to the public through the 31st of May through at least that date. We're consistently reassessing that situation, and we'll get new information to you as it develops and as it warrants. But we are continuing most, if not all, of our services remotely, including our home weatherization and home repair teams that have just begun going back out to homes this week. They are doing the proper safety protocols and screening processes before they head out to homes to ensure the safety of our customers as well as the safety of our crew. So please do contact us by means other than visiting our facilities if you need to reach us, and we do encourage you to reach out to us by phone or by email or through our website or through Facebook or through other opportunities to connect with us. We also do at this point in time, I know many folks are hurting because of the economy, but we do have some job openings in some of our facilities and have been added to this list since we did the screen capture. We have a nutrition specialist position as well as ed techs across Aroostook County in our early care and education facilities. So if you think you have the qualifications or would love to join the ACAP team, we'd love to hear from you. We are also offering a new service in partnership with the Census Bureau to help Aroostook County make sure that we get counted in the coming census. As you can see from the screen here, we are at about a 43.3% response rate here in Aroostook County. It may have ticked up a little bit above that, but we're lagging behind the state and certainly want to make sure that we get everyone in Aroostook County counted, as the official count does have impact on several funding sources for programs and services throughout Aroostook County. So please do consider and please do respond to the census. If you are not able to respond online or have lost what was sent to you in the mail, please do give us a call here at ACAP. It's a new service that we're providing in partnership with the Census Bureau. You can call us and we will get you an appointment with an official census taker who will call you at that scheduled time and get the information from you over the phone. So yet another option for reporting your census data into the U.S. Census Bureau. We are also partnering, as we do each year, with the United Way of Aroostook and several other partners as part of the Aroostook Cash Coalition. And as you know, tax prep season was interrupted by COVID-19, but the team working with United Way is entering into phase 1 of their updated tax services. They are currently assisting clients who need help to file the Maine Property Tax Fairness Credit. They can schedule the appointments over the phone with folks and finish that service over the phone. So call our partner United Way at 764-5197 if this is a service you are in need of assistance with. The tax filing deadline has been extended to July 15th from the original April 15th deadline. The Home Energy Assistance Program in Aroostook County has seen over 5,000 applicants this year. Over 100 alone in the last month or so have been processed for individuals who have been economically impacted by COVID-19. We are encouraging all households to please pay attention to this opportunity and to consider applying for the Home Energy Assistance Program. We have income guidelines that are available on our website, and even prior to COVID-19, those income guidelines were expanded for this season. So there's an opportunity there. We don't want you to wait until fall. A lot of people call in the fall, and we have appointments that are booked largely through the month of January at that point. Now is the time to apply if you haven't already this season, and the amount that you are allocated will stay on your fuel vendor account for up to 16 months. So it is a great time to apply and know that that will be there for you in the fall when we need to turn the thermostats up again. The rent relief program is starting to wind down here at the Aroostook County Action Program in partnership with Maine Housing. There are still some funds remaining, so if you would like to apply, if you've been economically impacted by COVID-19 and would like to apply for this one-time $500 rental assistance program, we are now up to processing over 350 applications as opposed to the 337 it says there on your screen. We do have funding for some more, so if you're having difficulty paying May's rent, please do give us a call and we can help, or go to mainhousing.org/COVID-rent and you can complete the application online. It will be forwarded to us. We will communicate back with you and your landlord and get that, that money to them to support your rent payment for this month. We are also taking currently applications for our summer, hopefully, and fall 2020 sessions. We have been given the authority to proceed with a summer Headstart program that will start shortly after July 4th at this time, assuming all is set to do so. We do encourage folks to apply or to call for more information for their preschool age children who may be interested in participating in this program to ensure that they are school ready once they are ready to enter kindergarten. It's a great program and provides wonderful support not only for the child but for the entire family. So do consider giving us a call and learning more about this program. We also, and we'll be speaking with Heidi about this a little later on, are reminding folks who may be experiencing homelessness or know of individuals who are having difficulty with housing and having a roof over their head to please reach out to us, as we do have the Hope and Prosperity Wellness Shelter for individuals experiencing homelessness. Between this facility and Homeless Services of Aroostook, we will help get folks housed. This is a partnership with the University of Maine at Presque Isle, Maine Housing, and a number of other entities who have supported our work on this initiative. And lastly, we are encouraging our community folks to get out and get moving despite the pandemic and the less than ideal weather for the last few days. We do want to encourage people to get outside and moving in the month of May. So we are partnering with Northern Light AR Gould Hospital, their Fit and Fun series with our Let's Go 5210 program here at ACAP to encourage folks to get out there and get active with your family, go for a bike ride, go for a walk, go for a run, whatever the case may be. But take a picture of yourselves doing that. Obviously, if you're doing so with friends, please observe social distancing, but take a photo and send it in to us and we will enter you in for a random drawing for a basket of goodies, compliments of ACAP and Northern Light AR Gould Hospital each Friday in May. So there are a few more left to be drawn this month and we want to get you into that drawing. You can send your photo directly to Don Roberts at droberts@northernlight.org or send it to us here at ACAP and we'll make sure Don gets it for the drawing. And with that, that's news and information that you can use about things that are happening both here with ACAP and some of our programs that we certainly want to make you aware of. If you feel that you can take advantage of those programs, please do reach out to us. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, we are pleased to welcome to the program Lucy Morin, who has filled a new role for us here at ACAP as a navigator. Lucy, welcome to ACAP Today.
Thank you, Jason.
And also welcome to Heidi Rackliffe, who leads our coaching team and will lead our navigator team and is also overseeing the Hope and Prosperity Wellness Center, typically the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center when it's here on site. Heidi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right, so Lucy, let me begin with you, and we're not going to begin by talking about your new role, but I want to know and have folks know about the wonderful program you regularly lead for us here at ACAP as it relates to oral health. So tell us all about that work first.
Sure. So I've been a dental hygienist for 27 years now, and I have been with ACAP for 18 years. And what I do, my role is to go into the schools in Aroostook County and into the Headstarts, and I provide dental sealants, education, cleanings, fluorides to children in Aroostook County. And I also go into WIC clinics as well. So it's a lot of fun.
It's wonderful work and you do a great job in connecting with young families and children in particular. And obviously for obvious reasons, you're not able to do that work right now, but you've been so gracious in picking up a new line of work, at least until we can get children back into schools and have you back actively engaged in your typical work. But we're so blessed to have you in this new capacity. So talk about the new work that you're doing.
So my new work as navigator has been very interesting. There's been a learning curve. It's humbled me a lot and it's made me realize that people go through a lot of things and they need help. So basically what I do is I have a list currently from the people who have signed up for rent relief. And I call them and I'll say, hi, this is Lucy from ACAP. And I'm calling because I would like to offer you more programs that ACAP could potentially help you with. And so I enter all their information. I enter the demographics, their income, their family size, everything. And then our program goes in and it tells me what programs they may be eligible for. And I have a discussion with them on what is fitting for them and their families. And people are most gracious, Jason, most gracious. Hard times right now with families, and people have lost their jobs or hours have been cut and they don't know where to go. One client told me, she said, it is amazing that ACAP is calling out to people, you know, they need help. So it's all good.
What are you learning from this new work that you're doing about yourself and about the people who you're helping?
I think I'm learning that people want somebody to talk to. And when they start talking about their lives and that, I let them talk. Because right now everybody we're confined and there's nobody out there. And I guess I'm learning that there's a lot of pain out there, you know. People are just having a hard time. And about myself, I think, I don't know, it's, I cried a couple nights for sure. And it's made me thankful for what I have. I feel blessed.
It's very meaningful work that you're doing, and I want to turn to Heidi Rackliffe to sort of talk about how this work ties in not only with what we're seeing and doing right now as a result of the pandemic, but how it ties in with the bigger picture of what we've been doing here at ACAP over the last few years.
Yeah, so the agency's really taken a whole family philosophy probably about 3 years ago when we started hiring the first coach that came into the organization. And it was to stop looking at the individual in that one direct service and how can we provide a complete wraparound, knowing that the client or the individual that we work with is the one that is going to make that decision. They're going to lead the force and figure out, they know what is best for their family and their situation. So our agency really has taken a lead in the whole family work, and the navigation role is just another piece to that puzzle. We know that we have so many programs and so many people that we aren't able to touch who can benefit from this whole perspective. And Lucy's work as a navigator gives us that time and that ability to finally go back and circle with people who could have perhaps fallen between the cracks, who might not have had direct access to a coach in that moment. But we know that there are plenty of programs that our agency can offer to help better their life. And so this is just another component of our whole family work that is already showing amazing turnaround and amazing results. Lucy's really quick at clicking that button and doing referrals. And I think that speaks volume for that work. And we're going to start seeing some great results because of the work that she's doing as a navigator.
Now, Lucy's just one of what's going to be a team, correct, Heidi? And they'll be working very closely with your coaching team, because I imagine that there's some flexibility in terms of some clients that may need full-on coaching for a period of time, and then some clients that coaches may be introduced to who maybe can benefit more from a quicker one-time look at comprehensive services that Lucy and her team. So first of all, what are our intentions? What's the agency's intentions with the Navigator program, and how are they going to help?
So the agency is looking at 3 navigators total for this time being. And what we're doing is, as conversations can happen, you can start having those as Lucy was saying, it can be really difficult conversations, and where it's more than just that instant referral over, but really someone to work with someone through the process, kind of take that hand-holding approach and supporting that person and empowering them to make their own decision and their own choices, but a little bit more involved than what a navigator would do. And that's already been shown. She's already sent three referrals over that were a little bit more assistance was needed for the family than just that one program. And so as they find cases that are difficult and a little bit more complex than just an instant referral over, she will be sending them over to coaches to do a lot more in-depth work.
Now, Lucy, this work is being done and will be sustained over a couple of years through part of the CARES Act funding through the Community Services Block Grant that ACAP is going to be receiving. And you'll be with the program for a period of time until we can get you back up and running, and we'll bring other people on to sort of fill in behind you and the other two individuals who are going to be transitioning over to that role. But as you're making these calls and you're talking with people, first and foremost, you're working right now off of the rental assistance list, but people can call in. They don't have to wait for you to call them, and they don't have to have gone through the rental assistance program to benefit from this service, do they?
No, they can call in. And I tell them when I call them, I'm like, anytime you come upon a hard time or you have a question, give us a call. And we're always implementing new programs that may help you. Don't be shy. Reach out to us.
Yeah, we anticipate there will be other programs as a result of the response, the national and state response to COVID-19. And I know you and your soon to be new team working with Heidi and her coaching team are going to be helping folks navigate appropriately, as the word is indicating, through those services. Tell me about, obviously we want to make sure that we're retaining individuals' confidentiality and the like, but tell me about some of the types of need that you're finding out there that maybe you weren't even anticipating when you started making these calls.
Probably the one that hit me the most was she was a woman approximately my age, and she was homeless, and she was living in a situation that she wanted out of and I wanted her out of. It just wasn't a good situation. And she was kind of couch surfing because she didn't want to go back to the place that she was initially. And so immediately I hung up with her and I told her, I'm going to get somebody to help you. I'll call you back. And I called Heidi. And or actually I think I emailed you, Heidi, and you ended up by calling me. But and then Heidi just kind of she coached me, and she referred her on to another coach, someone who could do in-depth work with her. But yeah, that's one case that really hit my heart.
So Heidi, the cases that, as you indicated, that Lucy's coming across and her two colleagues that will be joining her in this area soon, they really are there to listen, to get a sort of a lay of what's happening with the household, and then help them to connect with services.
Absolutely. I don't think when you make the phone calls, it really depends on who's on the other line. There's my son.
Absolutely. Owen's making a cameo in ACAP Today. Hey, Owen.
It really depends on. Okay. Thank you. That's working from home, right?
Absolutely. You're making the magic happen on all fronts.
You don't know what you're going to get, and you don't know. Sometimes people can be really open, and sometimes it's your job as a navigator to kind of pull that out. But more often than not, I think it speaks volumes of Lucy and who she is as an individual, because obviously people were comfortable enough to tell her a little bit more than what she was even intending to, which just goes to show that this is going to work, and this is going to work well, because these are people that we wouldn't have touched had she not been in this role to make that phone call. And that person's life could potentially be better in a not harmful environment or situation because of that phone call that was made, and her ability to trust Lucy in that phone call and to tell her what she was experiencing.
So Lucy, what haven't we talked about about this experience that you wanted to impart on others, and maybe why it's important that it's available, or how you can reach out to get help?
How they can reach out to
Yeah.
get help? Call us, and we will help you. You know, there is help out there for anybody who is struggling, and don't suffer alone. You know, call us, and if nothing else, we can be an ear to you. People sometimes just need to talk, and I think sometimes when I say I'm Lucy from ACAP, I think having that ACAP you know, background or logo behind me means a lot to these people. One person told me, "Oh, you people from ACAP are so nice. I just love ACAP," you know, and to get the chills. It means a lot, Jason. Yeah. I want to go back to a question that you asked me. What have I learned about myself? Because I got to think while Heidi was talking. What I learned about myself is I think that there's a social worker in me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
So
who
too.
knows?
The first
Maybe
dental
someday.
hygienist social worker. I don't know if there's another combo like that, Lucy, but that just might be you. You might, it might be your new sideline while they're in the chair getting
Hey,
the exam or
yes.
the sealant. If we can add it to a child social working degree specifically, we can just
Yes.
we can double bill for you, I'm thinking. In all seriousness, though, I do thank you, because it's not everyone who can just pick up as quickly as you have, and do that work and do it with such passion and compassion. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Heidi, what haven't we talked about in terms of this new line of work, or in terms of, I wanted to get an update, so why don't we start there with Hope and Prosperity Wellness Center and how things are going there, because that's another area that you're overseeing for us.
We're doing really well. We have 2 females, 5 males. We have 7 total. Every day is a new experience. When I was leaving today, we had tobacco prevention doing another tobacco cessation class. I was working with an individual today on the adult ed curriculum, who he's close to finishing his first unit, which is a huge victory for him in itself. It's just amazing to see how thankful people are, how appreciative people are, and how far they're going to come. We just got word that somebody's housing was able to come through today, and I was able to tell that person, and that person has been experiencing homelessness for over a year. So I'm hopeful within the next week or 2 we'll be able to get him housing and successfully house another individual.
That's phenomenal. Anything else about the navigator work or our work here that you wanted to share that you haven't shared yet?
Just really excited about the possibilities and the potential that the program has. A lot of time we always say it's time. We don't have that time. And this has given us the ability to have the time and to meet those needs of the folks that they're experiencing, that we haven't had the ability for someone to call out and make all of those referrals without it being specific coach case. Or a person that calls in right away. So Lucy's touching a whole nother population, and I couldn't be more excited about that. She has great numbers coming through already for data collection, and I just can't wait to see what will come of it. So.
And lastly, from the both of you, and I'll start with you since the screen was on you, Heidi, about your advice for folks to help get through these challenging days.
I think it's taking one day at a time. It is one day at a time, and not looking at the fact of I've been in quarantine for a month or I have another month to go. It's we all can contribute in some small way, even if our contribution is staying home and not prevent or giving the ability to spread. Everybody has an aspect to this, and are we making sure that we're doing that in order to go back to our normal as much as possible?
Good advice. Lucy, Morin, your advice for folks out there?
I think don't be afraid to reach out to people, be it family, a neighbor, a friend, or us at ACAP. We're here as well for an ear. We want to hear your story, and give us a call.
Perfect segue. I couldn't think of another way to segue to the next piece of information that I wanted to share with folks. Lucy and Heidi, thank you both. I do, before we leave you today, want to remind you that a county resource that's out there is the aroostoocommunity.com. If you need help or would like to offer your assistance, please consider going on and logging on to that site, posting your query. You register to get on. It doesn't cost anything. If you can't or prefer not to, please do give us a call at 764-3721. We can help you. Lucy may be one of the individuals that we connect you with, as a matter of fact, for assistance. So please do reach out to us. Also, consider reaching out to us in a number of different ways. In addition to phone, you can email us at acap-info@acap-me.org. You can visit us on Facebook, where we are posting regular updates on our sites there, and we encourage you to do so. You can look us up on our YouTube channel, where you can see some wonderful past broadcasts of ACAP Today, as well as some great lessons from some of our early care and education professionals and some of our prevention professionals who have activities on there for the entire community, not just folks who we work with here at ACAP. And also check us out online at acap-me.org, where you can also see on the main page of our website a place where you can go and fill out the same form that Lucy is going to fill out with folks on the phone when she calls them, to get additional information that may be able to help Lucy and others when they reach out to you to check in and see what programs you may be eligible for. And you can do that yourself right on our website if that is something that is of interest to you. And lastly, as we do each day, we end with our snapshot of the day, and today it's snapshots of the day. Our 5210 Let's Go program has partnered with Northern Light A.R. Gould Hospital to provide garden kits to all participating ACAP children throughout our service area. They will be able to grow their own vegetables in repurposed Holton Farms dairy milk cartons, so making good reuse of a great Aroostook County company product there. This is a shot of a couple of our bus driver and bus monitor down in the Holton area, who were delivering those along with our meals and other activities for kids, as well as a family from that area that's demonstrating how they've planted using their kit and the information that was sent along with them. Another great initiative by our team in partnership with Northern Light A.R. Gould Hospital and the Let's Go 5210 program. And so with that, on behalf of Lucy Morin and Heidi Rackliffe, I'm Jason Parent, wishing you all a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us today on ACAP Today. Have a great day.